I'm going to start by first talking about the preamble to the Declaration of Independence, because it's critical, right? Everybody remember it? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, and that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, which among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I bring that up because those words are some of the most beautiful words ever written by man, by the most brilliant group of people to ever come together at one time, our founders.
I wasn't quite sure what to say this evening, but I'll tell you a little bit about the American Legion here in McHenry. I recently became involved about a year ago and jumped right in. It was an amazing group of people. I joined it primarily because I needed to see a change in the community.
So what I'm going to talk to you about are kind of the foundations of our democracy. And that's neither a Republican or a Democrat value. It's an aspect of checks and balances and limited power in each of the three branches.
First off, that every single one of the candidates that are here right now that are running for sheriff or running for different positions, I really believe that as a believer, as a Christian, God's on the move. God is doing good things. And it's okay to say that, right? You know, it is okay to say that God's on the move, God's doing good things, that there are people who are willing to sacrifice, to volunteer their time, to not get paid, and to go ahead and try to make a difference to serve you. And you know what? I think that's not only because of the incredible servant-hearted nature that these people have right here, but also because I think God loves us.
So I remember us sitting there watching the riots, and I believe we were watching Kenosha, and we were watching some of the stuff going on in Chicago, and I was disgusted. You know, I was like, why aren't these police departments doing anything? You know, they're allowing this. The mayor of Chicago is basically telling their police department, just let it happen. You know, there's nothing wrong. They're just peacefully protesting. Well, they weren't. They were burning down businesses such as, just like mine, okay? They were harming people. The things that went on were absolutely disgusting.
So kind of a reason I'm throwing my hat in is because I want to make sure that your rights, constitutional rights, are protected. There's no reason when you have a church that on a Sunday they want to worship Easter, if I remember it right, that you're going to go to jail. They had the sheriffs out there, Lake County Sheriff, telling them, no, you're not going to practice your religion out in the parking lot.
For far too long, race has been used as a weapon against my people. And when I say my people, I mean all Americans.
So I said, all right, so I'm gonna run for the office to get rid of the office. I'm gonna not take a pension, and I'm gonna eliminate nepotism and patronage. So when I took office, there were 27 people in that office, and it took over 4 days to record a document. Today, there are 13 people in that office, and that document will beat you to the car. I've saved nearly $3 million in the time I've been in office. And I got rid of the office of recorder in just short of, I got it on the ballot in about 8 months, and then at the next primary election, it was off.
Because I do believe that when you're called to be in a leadership position, there is a responsibility to be a protector to those who have been entrusted to you. And certainly that is the case in politics today. Every government official at every level has a responsibility to serve the people who have been entrusted to them. And that absolutely is a requirement as far as I'm concerned.
People now are beginning to understand it's not about elections anymore. We can't just win an election and go, okay, Trump won, and high five and think everything's over. It's about winning our culture back. We've lost the war on culture. The reason why is because the Democrats own the media, social media, they own our schools, our universities. They're getting one narrative out and we're not. But we are doing it face-to-face, door-to-door. We do it whatever we can in social media. So we're working hard. Just remember, a lot of people out there are discouraged. They're upset. They don't know what organization or what candidates to get behind. We have a lot of them here.
We have a new leadership as of a couple of years ago, and we're trying to play defense. And it's very exciting. We're going to put in, we had a bunch of committee positions that were empty. We're appointing committeemen to fill the slots so that the Democrats can't fill it with their ploys. Madigan had a bunch of committeemen that were his guys. On top of that, we are organizing.